Morning, folks. Another edition of Wind's Life. I'm on this morning exercise walk through around Salford. Basically, it's coming out to get some fresh air. Weather's nowhere near as warm as it was the other day. It's quite cool today, and you can see it's going to rain. So I'm in Watton in Manchester. Just went for a walk in the park, and now just come down to Little Holton. Just walking through the estates, very quiet. It's quiet. I know people are saying the last video I've done that it's not quiet around, but yeah, but it's very cold today. But I'm here to talk about I see a lot of stuff on these YouTube videos, on these platforms, following a lot of these platforms regarding today's society, and most of it's media driven, from racism right down to hatred, and all these groups that are promoting hatred towards people. And what the narrative that people don't realise is it's the media who portray all this stuff. It's the media who's pushing this agenda. They're the ones who are making money of us hating each other. You know what I mean? I'm lucky enough to grow up in a diverse community where I lived. Grew up with my mum and dad. Basically, obviously, when they first came here, it was a bit hard. It was hard for most people who were from Jamaica. The weather was cold. They weren't used to the weather. They worked hard. Remember, the Queen invited most of my parents here from Jamaica to help out after the Second World War, because we actually helped the UK during the war to fight, just like the people from India. You know what I mean? The Burkers and a lot of other people, other countries that helped out. So we got an invite during the Windrush in 1948. But before that, 1947 was Operation Windward Ho, which was a door left open for the Polish people after the war. Operation Windward Ho in 1947, a lot of Polish people used that to come to the UK. And during Operation Windward Ho, a lot of Ukrainians a lot of German soldiers who were Gestapo soldiers actually left where they were hiding in Ukraine to come and take the opportunity to live in the UK. The phone's the wrong way around. I'll turn it around. Yeah, to live in the UK. And during Operation Windward Ho, a lot of German Gestapo who were part of the eradication of Jews actually hid and fled to the UK under that ruling that was opened by the British called Operation Windward Ho. So a lot of Germans came to the UK after World War II. After the Act was written, they used it as a gateway and a gate path to come to the UK. And that's what a lot of people don't know. That was the year before the Windrush. And when the Windrush was given, a lot of people from the Caribbean were basically what was Labour government back in 1948 didn't want the ship to come here. So they had a meeting at 12, late night meeting that day to see or define if it could come to the UK, because they wanted to turn the boats back. But obviously the Conservative government back then wanted the migrants to come to the UK, and so it happened, the Windrush. So it was Labour government that didn't want the black migrants to come here. They'd rather have the Polish. The Polish were here, who obviously suffered in the war. Also the German Gestapo soldiers who had murdered and killed, hid and fled to Britain during Operation Windward Ho. And that's what a lot of people don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of anti-Semitic German, not all German people are bad, by the way. A lot of Gestapo, Hitler Youth, a lot of these people hid and fled and came to Britain. And that's what a lot of people don't know. Just cutting across the road here. Busy road. It's down here. Oh, there's a footpath down there. I didn't know they could go that way. I wonder where that footpath takes you. Oh, I know, it takes you to the motorway, way down the bottom towards Bolton. You know. Yeah, I'll do this another day. I'll do this check another day. Yeah. It's a nice path. You know, when you're walking, you see some great stuff. Well, I've had the border Walton, sort of Bolton, and then to that, people dumping trash all over the place. So it's the same most everywhere you go. But I've never been this way before, and I might explore this path. But like I said, during just after the Second World War, the doors were left open, and lots of German soldiers found their way to the UK illegally, but wasn't illegally, and they know what they've done to a lot of the Jews in the concentration camp in Auschwitz and other places. What's it called? Westervan. But they found their way into the UK, and lots of Nazis actually lived in the UK, and still family members live in the UK. But like I said, not all Germany was anti-Semitically racist or killers. A lot of German people were very good people. It was just the Hitler. I worked under Hitler Youth, the Reich. They were terrible, but right now, it's going on right now in Israel, in Palestine, where basically Israel are basically slaughtering the Palestinian people, and basically the world's just sitting back and letting it happen. Just letting it happen. I've not been this way before, but this is a very old-fashioned. Look at this. Love the loop line. Yes, but I just wanted to come out for a nice walk this morning, and it's really nice here. But little Alton Walton is you know what? It's got some nice parks though, I must admit. And this is a lovely walkway. This is a lovely walk for your dogs. You've got a dog. I'm hoping I don't bump into anyone with a dog this morning, because I don't like dogs. Don't like dogs. They make me cringe when they come near me. But I ain't going to walk too far. But I just keep to myself thinking, imagine I bump into a pit bull terrier. I'd absolutely shit me load. I'd absolutely shit me load. But I'm gonna do this walk one day. It's lovely around here. There's a guy walking there, two guys walking along there. So I haven't got no dogs, but it's a nice little place to walk. Yeah, it's lovely. But I've not been here before. But I wonder what this park's called. It's great here. Yeah. It's really nice. It's great, yeah. It's great. That's lovely. But these are like the old verges. It's brilliant here. It's clear sometimes. Yeah. I'll probably get lost somewhere. But yeah, in the UK's changed a lot again. Basically, it's like everyone has a problem about something in the UK, about life in general in the UK. People are trying to turn people in the UK, and it's just wrong. You know, it's just like it's like people are pushing an agenda so you can hate on each other. And like, it's like years ago the love came back. It's like all of a sudden the love's dying again, where people are pushing this agenda of hatred, racism. People don't realise that 90% of rapes are carried out by Caucasian males. 65% are carried out by Asian grooming gangs. So two wrongs don't make a right. Also black men as well. are involved in incidents like this as well. So I'm not going to try and just pick on any culture or anything, but this is where the media narrative also pushes agendas against people by saying it's that race, it's that race, it's that race, that race. No, it's everybody. It's we have lots of bad people who do bad things, that get away with bad things, i.e. someone who might molest a child gets 6 years in jail or 5 years in jail, and someone does a minor incident, that's less a crime and gets 20 years in jail. Someone who molests an old person or a child or something supposed to spend the rest of their life in jail, but they don't. But unfortunately, it's of people who do other offences that seem to get jailed by the system, because the system is what runs everywhere, especially the UK laws, which are flawed in the UK. It's beautiful around here, really nice. The people on the bicycles, it's great. I'll be coming on here in my bicycle again. This is a great place, nice place, you know. Look at all the people using this as tips as well. Yeah. Lady jogging. A good run. Oh, it's a nice place to run. Keep fit. Yes, so this is Walton Park. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a nature park. That lady's giving it some up there. Look at her. She's giving it some. She's stopped now. But fitness is good. That's what you call a good run. But like I was saying in one of my videos, I will never vote Nigel Farage. I won't vote someone like Farage. You know the reason why? Because Nigel Farage is basically out there just to make money. He's out there to push an agenda of hatred on people, and he will make a hell of a amount of money while people will end up hating each other. And yeah, if you want to reform the UK in a proper way. Don't go out there making millions of pounds and then end up doing what Trump's doing in America, because that is exactly what's going to happen. A similar scenario to what Trump's doing in America. He's going to make a shitload of money. He's going to basically target the migrants in the UK, target people who's been here for generations, and basically that's what's going to happen. And people like Nigel Farage or Donald Trump don't have a good bone in their body. They're just businessmen who don't know nothing about law, nothing about politics, but yet they make a fast buck because people are so stupid will vote these guys in. It's just crazy. And if you're going to vote people like Farage in, you remember Brexit? When Brexit came into play, his words were basically get rid of all the migrants out of the country. Now the migrants are hardly in the country, the ones that do all the work, the ones that worked in hospitals, the ones that were good workers, can no longer get visas into the UK because people like Farage fucked it all up in the first place. Now the ones who comes on boats, they're basically coming here to flee the persecution in their own countries, and people saying that they're taking up all the jobs. No, they're not. No, they're not. Ukrainian people have come here willingly, given houses in Scotland, in nice places, while people in boats and ships are packed in hotels who can't leave out and have curfews. It's nice shot. When you have a curfew, basically, it means you can't come out after 8 o'clock. So all these people in all these old hotels who've been put in hotels as migrants don't have the freedom to go anywhere after certain hours. The doors are locked, they can't get in. Ukrainian people, they got the freedom to come to the UK to work here, to willingly to look after themselves. You know what I mean? The difference between migrants and Ukrainians is going through the same scenario. And what people don't ever seem to mention about the problems that we have in Africa, the Congo, about people like King Leopold, who basically killed 20 million black people No one ever mentions nothing about Africa, what Africa's going through right now. Morning. Yeah, morning, sir. But at the same time, Africa's letting people, letting China, all these other countries into Africa, and what they're doing, they're raping the land, the minerals, the soils. You got Africans who are selling out to the Chinese, to the Americans as well. African soil belongs to African people, but what they're doing is selling out as well. But also, the Chinese are buying into Africa and also taking everything that African people own. There's a country in Africa that actually speak 75% Mandarin in Africa. Africa is nowhere near China. So how can the Chinese come to Africa and just take over the land? Exactly the same thing in the Caribbean islands where my parents come from, Jamaica. The Chinese are taking over. And the Chinese are not as friendly what people think. They're one of the most racist people on this planet. Chinese people are the most racist people on this planet. There's some good Chinese out there, but the Chinese do not mix with a lot of people. But the only good thing about Chinese people, they'll work hard. They're willing to build roads in places, to build roads in mountains that you could never ever have got to. But it's at a price. It's at a price. They always have to have something out of all of this. Chinese don't do nothing for free. Do nothing for free. People talk about it's always Caucasians as being racist. No, it's not. It's not just white Caucasians who are racist. Some Asian people have got to look at themselves as well. Some Chinese people have got to look at themselves as well. It's not just a one-way street. When our families came to the UK from Jamaica, we mixed with Caucasian families, Irish families when we came to the UK. We had to. We had no choice. We had no choice when we came to the UK. Our communities mixed together. Because remember, this isn't the UK. It was our chosen country. We came here because we came here. We were invited by the Queen during the 1940s to work. And going back down that path again. You know what? I didn't know that road at the back there could take me right across. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Turn around. Look at all this building site. I didn't even see all these. This place is massive. Yeah. Very nice around here. So when we came to work during the 1940s and all that, helped build up the UK, we actually mixed with a lot of the English people. Some of them didn't want us here. After the work was done, a lot of Caucasian people wanted us to go back to the Caribbean, go back to India. They didn't want us here no more. But we still stayed and worked, and we still integrated with them. We still integrated with a lot of them. There are a lot of good Asian people who integrate as well, but unfortunately, a lot of Asian people do not want to integrate with Caucasian people, and this is hence where the problem lies. Hence where I feel you should all mix together, not just cry when something goes wrong. Because at the end of the day, this UK isn't our chosen country. We came here to work. So we have to mix in the UK, and that's what a lot of Caucasians complain about. Is they get upset because it's like they want you to mix, but unfortunately, you can't seem to mix. Maybe because it's gone that far. Because I've got a lot of Asian friends, a lot of good Asian friends. Maybe it's gone too far now, where it might be gone where you can't mix like you want to mix, or is it your family stop you from mixing? We have to live together as one at the end of the day, because when we come to the UK, lots of the UK give out free money to people, free money to families, education families, doctors, say a doctor, NHS. Some countries haven't got that. So at the end of the day, right, whether I call British people or call English people, at least I can eat, I've got a bed to lie on, where some people haven't even got that. So when we talk about racism, we've got to be careful, because racism comes in all different forms of life, every different form. So we need to stop crying wolf. I hate the word the race card, because the race card, I've never seen a deck of cards that says race on it. Community's supposed to live as one, but unfortunately that'll never happen. No matter where you go, that'll never happen. But one thing, I was born in the UK. We can call the UK all we want, but the UK is giving more people freedom more than some countries. Because some countries you can't even walk down the street. Some countries you're persecuted. Some countries you don't have someone who come up to you and say to you, here's free food or here's free vouchers. So at the end of the day, we came here, we have to behave ourselves. At the end of the day, this is the UK, you made your home. I'm not saying the UK is the most perfect place in the world. The weather's not great, but it's given opportunity to a lot of different cultures, more than a lot of cultures in the world. There's a little Alton and the houses being built. These are nice. So some of us have to thank the Lord and say to God, you know what? At least if our kids get taken ill, go to hospital, get looked after by doctors. NHS is stretched to the max. Little Alton's Health Centre. Morning. The NHS is stretched to the max. But we know that at the end of the day, right, we've got doctors and nurses that will keep us in the hospitals. In some countries like the Caribbean, America, if you don't have money, you die. India, you die. So when people come here and they say that the UK is this bad country, the end of the day, the UK is not as bad as what people think. Not as bad as what people think. We can all call it, but it's done in the colonial past. Sometimes it has to blame itself why people come here. People come here, but unfortunately now, families are mixed of all generations, different cultures are mixed. White people with blacks, Asians with whites, Chinese with white people, you name it. Cultures have changed now. Cultures have totally changed. The square is like an old-fashioned 1970 square. Very old square, this. It's like an old-fashioned square. This needs some work, man. Around here. This is very old. This is very old. This is a very old square, man. This looks like a 1970 square, man. That is a 1970 square. But actually, they're doing up down this side. Yes, guys. So I've come to Salford. It's very quiet. I've got to come here in a day where people tell me that there's a little bit of stuff going on, but I've been on here a couple of times. I've never seen any trouble. I've never had any trouble or any racial abuse thrown at me. Never. Never. I heard it was bad in the day, Little Alton, Warden, but I've been on here many times. The square's been done up now. A pub called the Sins Tavern. And you know what? I've never had any abuse around here, never. So I don't want to upset any Asian families, any Chinese families, any Caucasian families, any black families. But we've got to open our eyes and see what's going on. The media pushing out the agendas. But also, even though the media's not pushing out agendas, some families are pushing out agendas as well. You know what I mean? I don't want to insult any culture of the Islamic faith or the Jewish faith or the Christian faith, because everyone's got their own faith in life. I don't have a faith, but I believe in God. I believe in the Most High. I believe in God. I believe there's a purpose why we're here, a reason why we're here. You know, I believe in peace. I believe in trying to make yourself happy. You know what I mean? But like, it's also people that hate people, and they will always hate people. And the media will always push for richness and power. That's what they're all about, richness and power. They don't care about poor people, rich people. Don't care about us. Donald Trump, Farage, they don't care about us. They can create a narrative, big, shitty narratives, and they'll continue doing that to compose hatred so that you hate him and he hates her. And that's, but it won't wash with me. Won't wash with me. I believe we should all live as one. Like this square, this is beautiful, this square. I'm hoping that they do it round here. This square would be nice if they do it round here. It reminds me of Harper Hay, back in the days. Pub called the City Tavern. Kane's Tavern. It's on a hill. Just opening now. It's on a hill. It's in a weird place. It's actually in a weird place, you know. But there's not much round here. Listen, there's not much round here. This is Manchester Road. That leads to Manchester City Centre. But these like old flats, this is like Little Alton, Warden. This is like, this is proper 1960s, 70s build. These flats. Yes guys, but I don't want to, hope I'm not offending anybody in my videos. Please like and subscribe and share my videos. I try to talk as much positivity, truth as much as I can. I've got a journey to go on. I've not been on this YouTube thing a long time, but hopefully a lot of people say they like my videos. We've got to learn to live together. We can't think it's just one narrative that's being pushed. They're pushing the narrative all over the place so we can hate on each other. And this is what I want to speak about today. There's too much hate in the world. There's too much hate in the world. And we all got to try and live together as one. Whether you're black, white, pink, green or purple. It's another video from Wynn's Life. Hope you like this video. Not much to see around here. That underpath park was beautiful that I went under. It's a lovely walk. Take you to a few miles. I think I'll be walking there someday. I'll bring my bike down here, go for a nice ride. Guys, if you'd like to subscribe and share my videos. I'm in Salford in Manchester. It's a lovely Sunday morning. Sunshine's coming out again, but I think we're going to get some rain. But you know what? It's a nice day. So guys, have a lovely day. Please like and subscribe and share my videos. This is Wynn's Life TV. Take care and one love. One love. Big up guys.